is that when you treat with the 44, the impedance is a lot higher. That's because there's less electrodes touching the skin. So the green ranges are much higher than what you'll see with the 64. You're still looking for green. It's just that because it's a smaller tip and has less number of electrodes, you'll see green will be between 1500 and 2500 instead of 600 and 1200. Like the.
Do you recommend lower power settings with the focal? Or
no, not necessarily. Again, you kind of go by pain, so that's not working. It's a demo software, so it's not active. You can't treat. You will still go by comfort level. So you want to try and go as high, just make it comfortable. You don't need to make it uncomfortable. And you'll find that you'll be able to go to higher energy than what you do with the 64, just based on the fact there's less number of electrons touching the skin. Right? So the total energy is much lower because it's 44 times by 40 or 50 or 53 millijoules. So the actual total energy, which is where pain comes from, is less. But the density and the damage is much stronger.
And would you treat upper eyelid and things with this?
You can treat as long as you treat on the bone. Right now we're doing a study to get clearance for the inside the orbit with plastic shields, but we're not recommending it until we finish the study. But in the future, people will put plastic shields if they want to treat on the lids themselves. So we say not eyelids, but we say upper and lower area.
So like we do with CO2 infraorbital.
Yeah, as long as you stay away from the metal and stay away from the eye itself. You have to be on the bone.
It's possible to have a database for patients, right?
No, we're not doing a database. Database, however you like to say it, is firstly the usability of it. First of all, it considerably complicates your experience, because there's some say you can't do anything unless you input data. Actually, the UltraShape's a great example. You can't even get to a treatment unless you enter all the patient data. It'll take you 20 minutes just to get started for a treatment. So my thing with databases is that I think the product, if you're going to do anything, can export information, but putting patient data and having to go by, you have privacy settings and all of this, it's, for our type of devices, it's not so, it doesn't make so much sense. It makes a huge issue, and then, if the system dies and you lose the patient data, there's a whole bunch of issues related to that. So I'm more, like what I said, touch to treat. I'm more about, let's get to the treatment and get the settings and let the system help you with the treatment rather than try and store information. That's just a personal feeling that I have about the database. It doesn't mean that we will not do something in the future.
The problem with them is
the system is capable.
They won't interface with it.
I think more that the things that you'll see from us as far as our user interface and experience, you'll see more things like being able to get information from the system as far as being able to export treatment data. That's probably more important. But more important than exporting treatment data, from us you'll see that the system will be a lot more involved in the treatment, meaning that the feedback mechanisms and the way that when you use it, the information that the system gives you is improving the treatment. So this is the direction that we're going with our interface. Now, I don't know if anybody saw this yesterday, but we've got a tilt mechanism here. Turn this off. The tilt mechanism here, and also this actually comes off. So this is a tilt mechanism. This is actually a really nice piece of engineering. Tilt mechanism, and then you have the screen that comes off. The sides come off, and you can lay this down in the car, anything like that. You'll see it's a single connector in here.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is this is part of the chassis. And so you still have the tilt, and then you have to be able to take this off, and you can take these side pods off, and then you have a nice flat surface to lay it down.
How heavy is it?
With the screen off, it's about the same as the Emac, so it's 30 something kilos. I think it's 37 with everything, not including the applicators.
Is it going to help be
so here you can
branded? with.
Yeah, it doesn't. This one doesn't have the stickers on it. This is one of the prototypes. So the ones that are shipping will ship in 2 weeks' time. So you know, for any of the orders that are placed, they're going to ship in 2 weeks. And they will. It has E Plus here and Syneron here, and of course it doesn't say for demo use only and always like that.
And the DSL applicator, it's limited in time?
No, just like the Elos. This will do guarantee for 4 million pulses, the motif, and it will do more than that.
But not limited in 1 year or something?
It's 4 million pulses or 1 year. It's always a 1 year or One thing I do want to make sure that everybody understands, we have a different power plug. This is one of the most important things for you is that this, you know, all of our other systems use the traditional 110, okay? You'll notice that these are not vertical, these are horizontal. This is a different plug, okay? We draw more power with this device than what we do with any of our other devices, okay? So the plug is different and so these are actually quite difficult to find. So, you know, if you're doing a demo or you just remember the plug, it's like, here you don't have to worry about the key. So usually it's, when you're doing a demo, it's like, oh, I can't find the key. Here you don't have to worry about the key, but you have to worry about the plug. We already had some, we shipped some of the first systems to Australia. They couldn't find the plug, and they couldn't turn the system on.
Do you supply those with it in whatever country configuration?
Yes,
because we've obviously different.
Yeah, we do.
Why you did that?
We draw more power. We draw more current with this device.
Okay.
Right now, the configuration of the device is the performance of the current applicators plus the increased RF performance. But that's not the limitation. That's not the ceiling of the system.
And
that's as much as I can tell you. But there's some headroom in the system.
So it consumes a lot of power?
This system consumes more than any of our other Syneron systems.
Okay. But the kilowatt hour in the downstairs in the doctor's office is not like a frisbee, right?
It's still not 220 or anything crazy like that. You don't need any special connections or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just drawing more current from the wall. That's all.
Okay.
So we support we need a better plug for that. So
Thank you.
But it's not anything crazy electrical requirements or anything like that. It's not like our Candela systems that require 220. So we still have a very efficient system, and we're not really using right now with these applications. We're not really using all of it, but we can.
If somebody's got an E2, they're interchangeable because obviously none of the other applicators are. Would that one be?
No, they're not.
Can't interchange.
No, you'll notice that the E Plus says sublative on the side. Yeah, they will be, but right now they're not. But the first batch of systems, it says sublative on the side. So we don't support it yet, but the systems that you get will be able to change it.
Also, we can use DS motif, DS.
Yes, you can put the motif HR on this. If you want. But if you have the motif LHR, most people will want to get it in the configuration, unless they can't use laser. So only if regulation says they want to get an E+.
We can change ourselves, yes? This